We're here at a little piece of India right inside the old city, inside the walled city of Jerusalem. This is called the Indian Hospice. It's also a moment of peace, really, amidst all the noise outside of the bazaars, the tensions of the Muslim quarter, the Jewish quarter, and the other quarters here in Jerusalem. With me to really talk about the Indian Hospice that has been here for more than 800 years. That's when Baba Farid came here, after which his followers set this up, and the Ansari family has really run this hospice, has taken care of it for more than 100 years. Mr. Nazir Ansari, thanks so much for speaking with us. The question really, this remains an Indian hospice. You remain an Indian citizen with an Indian passport. How has it been possible to keep this tradition going for more than 100 years?
Well, the Ansari family has been with the Indian Hospice now for almost 100 years, since my grandfather came here, and then my father is the current director and trustee. It has not been easy, throughout all these years, knowing that the sensitivity of this place and the importance of this place.
You even lost family during the war over here, the Six-Day War.
Yes, during the Six-Day War, 1967, this Indian hospice suffered substantial damage from the bombing, and also 18 members of our family were all injured. We lost 3 members, my grandmother, my aunt, and my nephew during that war.
Given all the history of the place, and given that there's a new world out there, how difficult is it for you to see your children and maybe your children's children? Do you think they will continue this tradition?
Absolutely. First of all, we all carry Indian passport. Even my younger boy, he's 14 years old, he still carries an Indian passport. We visit India frequently. We still have relatives in India, and we are proud Indians, heart and blood.
Given that India and Israel have had their own problems, and then only after 1992 were able to set up full diplomatic relations, there's a possibility Prime Minister Modi will be here soon in the next few months. What will it really mean for you as an Indian living in Israel, living inside the walled city, for the Prime Minister to come?
It will be, of course, a big event for the Prime Minister to come. We welcome him, and we also welcome him to come and visit the Indian Hospice, visit his, Indian brothers and sisters here. It will be a very looking forward event, and I hope it will come through.
All right. And finally, just to ask, how important is it for India to continue to claim the Indian Hospice as a really part of Indian heritage here?
India is very fortunate to have such a place inside the old city. It's really very fortunate for India, and we look forward to their continued support. The presence of India, history of India in Jerusalem goes back to over 800 years. So we have to protect this treasure and maintain it and keep it for the future to come.
We're at Namaste Indian restaurant. Really, this is an unusual sight here in Israel. But there are, unlike what many people think, there are as many as 85,000 Indians or Jewish people of Indian origin who now live in Israel. Many of them have come recently. Many, like the Sugaonkar family I'm with, have been here for more than 30 years. Mr. Sugaonkar, you've moved away from India in a sense, but you remain very close. You have a restaurant.
We still love India, and we like Indian culture, Indian food, everything. We are close. We visit every year India also. I and my wife.
And you're both OCIs
So
now.
we can't forget India. Still, the life is very settled here.
Now tell me, you're more or less from Israel. You came here when you were 3. You've
3 years ago.
You've even
3 years
done
ago.
military service.
Yes,
right?
2 years ago. Service in military.
And how was that experience? It's very unusual in an Indian family for someone to go so young as well.
That is the
Into-
compulsory. Compulsory.
I don't understand.
No, you talk in Hebrew. It is a Hindi.
But did you feel a little worried? I mean, she was going for
No.
combat.
No, we were
No.
worried a little bit in the beginning. Then it is everything. It is become. If they will not do the army, the friends will laugh on them. That's why it is a compulsory. It's a part of the life. in Israel. Everybody, boy has to do 3 years and girl has to do 2 years service. Then they different types of jobs they give. So that is a compulsory.
And from the outside world, part of the life, as you were saying, is really, we hear about violence, we hear about stabbing incidents. There were bombs in the last few years as well
Right.
as the trouble with Gaza in particular. How does that affect?
It doesn't affect.
Before
If
not,
it is,
like-
no, if it is actual
Like 2 years ago?
no,
when
2 years work, then it disturb. My business also disturb. Then we have to close the business because most of our customers coming outside from center.
Yeah.
Then they don't come. So it affects a little bit of the business, but the government is giving us what we are losing and all. Everything is here. Everything is established in a good sense.
Well, that's certainly good to know, and I see that there are a lot of non-Indians at your restaurant as well.
Yes.
So
They are going to trip in India and after they know.
then they
on.
come back and want to savor that. So this little taste of India here in the middle of Ashdod in Israel for the Hindu. I'm Sahasini Heather.